Hello everybody, welcome on my channel. Today I would like to become acquainted, I would like us to become acquainted with this wonderful model E-flite Viper 64mm EDF jet. EDF stands for electric ducted fan. But first, you have to know that this jet has existed at the end of the 90s, beginning of the 2000 decade. There were 2 or 3 prototypes, and the idea was of the company developing this jet was to offer it to wealthy people wanting to have a fighter jet feelings, and it would cost a few $100,000. So that was the goal at the beginning, but I think they never sold it. And I've checked today; there isn't anymore any Viper jet. Yes, but some prototypes have existed. It was a 2-seater, as you can see, 2-seater plane, jet. Here we can see the 2 seats, but there is only 1 pilot, no passenger here in this model. So now the model itself. If you look at this box, you will see the Horizon Hobby logo. Who is Horizon Hobby? It is the dealer. No, the leader. It is the leader in the RC hobby industry. Meaning, at Horizon Hobby, you will find RC airplanes, RC cars, RC trucks, RC helicopters, RC boats. Well, RC, a lot of vehicles, motorbikes even. And Horizon Hobby is a 40-year-old company which has become a conglomerate of companies. It has acquired a lot of companies. 24 companies, 24 brands belong to the Horizon Hobby conglomerate. And it makes Horizon Hobby really the leader in the RC industry. It's an American multinational conglomerate. The headquarters are based in Champaign, in the Illinois state, in the United States. Some of the brands of the companies which are part of this conglomerate: E-flite, of course; Spectrum, a very central company providing all the electronics for all these companies: transmitters, receivers, ESCs, meaning electric speed controllers, motors, electric motors, chargers, transmitters, I said already. You have E-flite, Spectrum, Real-Flite, which develops the #1 simulator, RC simulator. The Blade company, which develops and sells helicopters, RC helicopters. Hobby Zone, I think they develop like E-flite planes, I'm not sure. Well, total 24 companies belong to Horizon Hobby. So yeah, it's a big company. It's the leader in the RC hobby industry. If we look at this box, the first thing, if you order this model, the first thing you should check is, do you have received what you wanted? Meaning, there are 2 options. BNF, bind and fly, or PNP, plug and play. What's the difference? BNF, you get all the electronics on board of the model, included the receiver. But in the PNP configuration, you get everything: servos, ESC, the engine, of course, everything like BNF, but no receiver. So that means if you have a Spectrum transmitter like me, why not purchasing the BNF with the receiver? Spectrum receiver, so you have total compatibility. Let's suppose you have a Futaba transmitter, it won't work with the Spectrum receiver. So you have to buy the PNP version, plug and play, with no receiver, and you have to buy separately a receiver compatible with your transmitter. If it's Futaba, you will need a Futaba receiver. Okay, I have ordered the BNF bind and fly model. So I have everything on board. I just have to bind my transmitter with the receiver of the model, and I can fly. And you will see, it is quite straightforward, this binding, first binding, and you will see also that the assembly of this model is quite simple, quite straightforward, and quite quick, quite fast. Okay, let's open for the first time this box, and let's extract the model. Yes. We are here in the kitchen of my apartment, and the size of my kitchen is a bit limited, but it should work. Okay, yeah, it should work, and it works. So we don't need this box anymore. I think we will speak about everything which is described on the box. Again, look at this wonderful bird. Why did I choose this model? There are a lot of reasons why I did choose this model. First reason is I wanted to fly an EDF jet, electric ducted fan jet, because until now I have only flown regular propeller planes. That's the first reason. Second reason, this model is designed to be hand launched. You can hand launch the model. You have even a hand launch assist. Yes, hand launch assist. You have to put your transmitter and the whole electronics in safe mode, and the safe system of E-flite will assist you in the hand launch. It will actually pilot the plane, the jet, in the first seconds. So you launch it and you have time to put your hand on the pitch and roll stick, the right stick. I'm flying in mode 2. I have the roll and tilt functions on the right hand side. Okay, with the launch assist, you just put the throttle at least 70% and you launch, you toss your plane, and the safe stabilization system of E-flite will sense that it is launched or thrown or tossed by hand. Okay, another reason, yes, and another reason is it is designed for hand launch, and it is also designed to land on the bay, on its belly. And because where I fly, there is no hard paved runway, only grass. And yes, I'm also always afraid of letting models roll in the grass. Models with small wheels, maybe it will work, we'll see. So I wanted a model that I could hand launch. The other models which I like are models with big wheels, so that they can roll without any problem in the grass. Okay, this Viper 64mm, the 64mm, it is the diameter of the fan. In the plane, there is a fan, 11 blades fan, 64mm diameter, and it's for E-flite, it's the third Viper that they have developed. And this one is the last one. It was released a few months ago in 2024, so it has all the last technologies, telemetry, AS3X artificial stabilization system around the 3 axis, AS artificial stabilization, 3X the 3 axis. Roll, yes, roll, tilt, and yaw, the third important axis on any plane. The AS3X system allows the plane to fly through turbulences and react himself automatically to these turbulences without any intervention of the pilot. And of course, while the AS3X system is active, the plane obeys the orders, the commands of the pilot. Okay, look at that. As always, E-flite quality. I love the products of E-flite. Everything is so precisely engineered and designed. Very light wing. And here you can see something interesting. These are molded holes for the hand launch. We will see that later on. Quick connect. Flaps, 2 flaps. 2 ailerons, of course. That means 4 servos. And you can see, hope you see that, they are protected. The servos and servo arms are protected for the belly landings. I didn't speak about the landing gear. There is no retractable landing gear like on the big brothers, because there is the Viper 70mm, the Viper 90mm. These brothers of her, planes are feminine, I think, they have retractable gear. This one has no retractable gear, but it has removable gear. You can put or remove the gear, landing gear, without any tool. You have just to clip here, and there is a nose gear. Very easy. In 10 seconds, you have put or removed this gear, landing gear. It's a tricycle with 2 landing gears under, 2 landing gear under the wings, and the landing gear under the nose. It's a steerable nose landing gear. Okay, let's see now the fuselage. Where can I put the wing? Somewhere here. Okay, this is foam, to protect foam, as Brian Phillips often says. Brian Phillips is a YouTuber in the field of RC airplanes. This is the horizontal tail stabilizer with 2 elevators. And these are the control horns. And what is nice with E-flite, you don't have to screw yourself the control horns. They are always embedded very precisely, very nice, everywhere. So that's the horizontal stabilizer. Then we have the ventral fins. Then we have the gear, landing gear, the three parts landing gear with suspension. That's very nice, and it will help for grass operations. All three landing gear has suspension. Very nice. Yeah, that's the nose landing gear. That's the main landing gear. We have two of these. And the fuse, or if you prefer, the fuselage. Wow, very nice. And look at this small fan, 11-blade fan, which makes this jet an EDF jet, electrical ducted fan. Very nice, with 11 little blades. Very nice. Here comes the magnetic cone. Let's put the magnetic cone. Here we have a few screws. And that's it. Now we have the cone, which is magnetic. And we have the fins, which they are also magnetic. Are they symmetric? Oh, no, that was wrong. You see, the scheme, or the scheme, I don't know, this must be at the exterior. Yeah. So this, and like that, and now our fuselage is completed. It's a small jet, 1 meter, 0.07, or if you prefer, 107 centimeters, a little bit more than 1 meter wingspan. It's foam, it's EPO, expanded polystyrene. Very nice. As always with E-flite, you can see all the details, air entry, very nice, very nice. Everything perfect. Here you can see the ducted fan. Here we have a servo in the vertical stab, which is not always the case. And thanks to that, we have a very short servo arm, so we have more precision on the rudder. Yes, because this jet has a rudder. Not all jets, not all jet models have a rudder. This one has one, and I love it. I love being able to act on the rudder. Yeah, it can help to sleep when you land. It can help for stall turns and turns in general. Yes, we saw that there were 4 servos in the wings for the flaps and the ailerons. And you have 1 servo for the rudder, 1 servo for the elevator. That makes 6 servos. And the 7th servo motor, for what is it? Let's take off the canopy. Oh. Oh, okay. The 7th servo is for the nose wheel, because it is steerable. This is for steering the nose wheel. When you roll this way, the wheel will turn left and right with the rudder together. But there is really a dedicated servo for this wheel, and that's very nice. Very nice. Here we have the receiver. This is the servo for the elevator. For the rudder, we saw the servo is in the stab, vertical stab. Here comes the battery. Somewhere there must be the ESC. Yes, I think it's here, it's hidden. We don't have access. Yes, we can see it. The ESC, electrical or electric speed controller. It is here, we can see it a little bit. Yes. Okay. Let's put the canopy back. Okay, and now I will fetch the stand, model stand, and we see each other immediately. Okay, I have brought the model stand, very useful, even on the flying field. I forgot to tell you the price. That was also the one reason I bought this airplane. I find it quite cheap, $270 or euros or Swiss francs. We are here in Switzerland, 270. And for this technological marvel, I don't find it's a high price. For this price, you have a jet which can fly almost 100 miles per hour, meaning 150 kilometers per hour. It has a rudder, which is not the case of all jet models. It has flaps, winglets on the wings. It has the AS3X, the last technologies. The receiver provides telemetry, especially the charge of the battery, which you can see on your transmitter, the battery of the model. It has a removable landing gear, steering nose wheel, steerable nose landing gear. Yeah, really very nice jet. And because it's not that big, you can almost fly it in a park. Yes, you need some space, but Yeah, it's a small jet, as I told you, 107 centimeter wingspan, about 1 meter length. Yes, and I forgot to say, it's a 4S jet, meaning it's designed for 4S batteries, like these ones, typically from 2200 to 3200 milliampere hours. 2200 milliampere hour battery, 4S battery, and this is also, oh, this is a 3S, okay. Here we have a 4S 3200 milliampere hour LiPo battery, everything from Spectrum, of course. You can use batteries from other vendors, but I think if you take everything from Spectrum, that will be the best way to practice this hobby. You see my charger, here I have the charger, smart charger from Spectrum. I can charge 2 batteries at the same time. I can discharge batteries and I can charge them for, how do you say that, for keeping the battery, storage. So you can storage charge, you can fully charge, you can discharge a battery, and you can even get information about the battery, how many cycles has had the battery. Yes, and this is a fireproof box for my batteries. And this is my transmitter, IX14, one of the latest transmitters from Spectrum. So I have one of the latest models, one of the latest transmitters. So I'm really at the top technologies of 2024, the best technologies. And here, my 4S, I have 2 4S 2200 and 1 4S 3200. Okay, now let's assemble this wonderful jet. We will begin like the manual. With E-flite, there is always a very precise manual with all the details in English, German, French, and Italian. Okay, let's start with the horizontal stabilizer. Okay, let's do that. You see, this scheme is for, under the plane. Let's see. I think we have to turn the rudder. Come on, yes, like this. And now you see it enters wonderfully. Yes. Okay. Now we should have 3 screws for this stabilizer. I think that's the name for this tab. Yeah. Okay. Yes, and everything will work better. Okay, let's connect the elevator. Okay, let's do that on this side. Let's connect the left elevator. And connect, we can assemble the wing. That's really nice, because there are models where you don't have these quick connects. And you have 1 cable for each control surface, so 4 cables, and even the cables for the LED lights. I didn't speak about these ones, but that's another reason why I bought this jet. It has LEDs, and it looks very nice, and it's also very useful in flight to see the airplane, to evaluate its position, or her position of the airplane, because sometimes I hear it's a feminine word. Okay, as you see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Do I have 5 here? Oh yes, I have 5 screws, the same screws like the tail, for the tail. Okay, let's see, how does it come here? I have no idea what comes first. Let's see the manual. What does it say? Let's push the manual a little bit. Okay, what does the manual say about the wing assembly? Insert the fuselage. Invert the fuselage, the fuse, and place the wing in position. So this is what I've done. Attach the wing to the fuselage with 6 countersunk machine screws. 6? 6? Oh yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have 6 screws? Let's see. No. Oh yes. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. Okay. Now it looks like you have to push on both rear and front side at the same time. Yes. It enters like in butter. Very nice with this quick connect plug. Very nice. Okay, now let's screw the 6 screws. 1 screw. Very nice. Very nice. This is an air entry to cool down the electronics. And these are the 2 entries to provide air to the fan. 2 entries, 1 exit for the air. Okay, now we are almost done. What is missing? This is the landing gear and the fins. The fins, this scheme at the exterior. Again, this scheme at the exterior. These are magnetic fins. Okay, here we have the 2 wing landing gear, and this is the nose landing gear. Okay, let's begin with the wing landing gear. Here we turn this way. You see the spring will be on the front side. Now I have to push and let it flip. Yes! And now this side. Yeah. Oof. Yes. Okay. Now it remains the nose landing gear. The spring always in the forward position. Oh, how does it work? Okay, let's see the manual. Okay, the assembly, I would say, again, the mechanical assembly is done. Physical assembly. Here is the result. Very nice little jet with the gear. Here, that's the bottom. Very nice, very nice. Maybe I have to tighten the screws here, yes. Okay. I had a little bit troubles with the nose gear because I was missing a very small screwdriver. Yes, okay. Now it's assembled. There will be some fine-tuning necessary for sure, especially this nose gear will have to be aligned. But this will have to be done with a receiver connected and bound and under tension. Yes. Very nice bird, very sweet. Okay, if everything goes well, I should be able to fly with it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Okay, in the next chapter we will see how to set up the radio, the transmitter, the receiver, everything. Here you see a LED, very nice. I don't see any LED on the tail, but here we have a LED. We have a green and red LED. We'll see that when it will be under tension. Okay, see you for the radio setup. Okay, to wrap up the assembly process, we only needed 2 tools, 2 screwdrivers, 1.5mm for the steering wheel here, and for all other screws, a 2mm screwdriver. And these 2 screwdrivers, they are hexagonal screwdrivers, meaning here you have 6 sides, you have an hexagon. These are hex screwdrivers, one of 2mm and the other one 1.5mm. You don't need anything more to assemble this model. Quite nice. Okay, then let's see how to set up the whole thing, transmitter and receiver. So let's speak about the radio setup. As you can see, I've put Velcro here on the battery tray because all my batteries have a soft Velcro. Here we have the loop Velcro. Now I can install my battery like this. And before I install the battery, I have to plug in this bind plug for self-select remove plug prior to initiating the transmitter bind. Okay, now we put this plug. This will put the receiver. This will set the receiver in bind mode. Now let's connect the battery to the ESC. Okay, the orange flashing LED here indicates that the receiver is in bind mode. Now, to enable self-select, I have to remove the bind plug. Okay, this is done. And now, what we have to do here is to create a new airplane, add a new model, default, airplane, create. Okay, this is done. It is selected. Now we have a model called Acro. It's an airplane. And now we have to bind the transmitter with our receiver here. Let's do that. Bind. Now it is binding. Okay. Meaning that the receiver will always recognize this transmitter with the right selected model, of course. It will recognize it as a transmitter for him. And there is something new with this model. This is the smart transmitter file. This is something new. At E-flite, you can choose to load this transmitter file from the receiver. And if you do that, you will get all the settings, all the necessary settings for this model. This is really, really good, really nice. It simplifies the setup, which you could do manually, but it is much faster. And if you don't like something in the setup, you can always change it. Okay, then we say load, and you have to know that this smart transmitter file, you can get it automatically like this from the receiver if you have an iX14 or an iX20 transmitter or any NX transmitter. So it works for iX14, iX20, and NX transmitters. Let's load this file. Confirm. This will overwrite all current model settings, yes, but we don't have any settings because we have a new model called Acro and with no settings. So confirm. And now it's loading the settings file. And look, it has changed the picture, it has changed the name, it has programmed a lot of switches like the one for the flaps, the throttle cut. For instance, now we have the throttle cut on, now it is off. You see? Well, it has done all settings for us, but of course we can change any setting, like for instance the name, proceed. No, this is not what I wanted to do. No. Again, no, I should have pointed here the name, proceed, model utilities, yes, okay. And now if we want to change the name, let's tap the pen here, no, oh, okay, here we can delete this part, okay, Viper 64mm, okay, if you want to change the picture, there is a picture of a Viper, not a yellow one, but it's a Viper, let's see, I think it's at the end. It's really at the end. Yes, it is here. Now we have the picture of the Viper. Not the yellow one, but it doesn't matter. I think this is the Viper 70mm, I'm not sure. Okay, doesn't matter. Now we have really a Viper, and everything works fine. Yes, even the flaps, the rudder, the elevator, the ailerons, and even the nose wheel. Okay, now what we want to do is to assign a switch to the safe select mechanism. For that, it's a little bit weird. We have to put these sticks like this, and we have to activate the switch we want to use 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see if it works. So now we have AS3X. To test AS3X, you have to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. Okay, now it is not in safe mode, and now it is. Excellent. Okay, no, now it is not. Here you can see it is in safe mode because, yes, this way you see the model will level itself. Okay, so this switch here when it is on, when it is down, we have only AS3X. But if I put it up, now we have safe select. Okay, so now everything is fine. Excellent. And I would say that we are done. Our model is ready to fly. Maybe we should adjust here, align the nose wheel. Yes, these are little things. We can also fine-tune some settings like the dual rate, expo, and things like this. But I prefer to trust the professional people, engineers, who did the settings for this model. So I will take the factory settings set up by the engineers of E-flite. Okay, so let's put the canopy. This way it will look better. Of course, there is also the issue of the center of gravity, the CG. But pretty well. Okay, so let's put the canopy. The canopy. Yes, and look how beautiful this model is. Really beautiful. Okay, then I say to you goodbye and see you later.